Hey guys, hope you all are doing fine. I am here today with two topics that become four. Two topics. And first being my TIS interview experience, and second topic is about how many converts till now. Most awaited question. So we'll keep that most awaited towards the end of the video. And first of all, I'm going to share about my TIS interview experience that I gave today. I am shortlisted for two programs at TIS, that is MHA and HRM. So I am done today with MHA today only, and because the interview started today only, yeah. Mine was the first half, and my HRM interview is on 7th. I wanted to share that experience, but that would be too late. So I'm just going about this MHA to share about, because as I was also struggling on the YouTube to find the MHA or HRM interview experience, so I thought, okay, let's share this with you guys. So if you find it anything valuable, please do like it. And yeah, so coming up with the interview experience, my so what happens is, mine was the first half of the slot. So I would suggest you guys to join, if it's morning slot, join at 9:20 or 15, and before 9:30, I would say 10-15 minutes at least before 9:30. And when you join in, there will be attendance going on. One coordinator will be taking the attendance, and post the attendance you will be asked to go for the verification. And what happens is that in your screen a new join in button will pop up, and when you click the join in button, you will be shifted to your selective panel. So in your panel there will be might be around 8 to 9 people, and one coordinator will be there who will be checking your or verifying you by asking your date of birth, your phone number, and post that you will be renamed with your registration number by the coordinator only. And apart from registration, you will be given your sequence number there, and that time you got to know at what approximately at what time or duration your interview will be happening. So you will be in that panel room for the whole duration until your interview duration comes. Mine was sequence number 3, and it happened around 11 a.m. Each interview takes around 15 to 25 minutes. Mine was around 20 minutes of interview. When I entered the interview room, there were 3 panelists, 2 males and 1 female were there. So first of all, among the 3, one will be leading the interview. So in my case, there was one professor, and he was coordinating all the steps that we have to follow. He asked me if you know the process that goes forward, and I said yes. And he then said ki we will be giving you one extempore topic, and on that topic you will be given 3 minutes. And I got confused on that ki I will be given 3 minutes to speak and separate 1 minute to think about the topic, but that thinking process was included inside that 3 minutes. So I got confused, and when 1 minute passed, I thought interviewer will tell me that 1 minute is over, now you can start speaking like other extempore. In the 4 also it happened that they let me know that your thinking time is over, now you can start speaking. So I was hoping that they will tell, but instead he said ki your 1 minute is already over. So I thought, oh, I have to speak. Then okay, so 2 minutes is also enough to speak about the topic. So my extempore topic was quality of healthcare. So I started speaking about what factors quality of healthcare depends, like the doctors or paramedical staffs, or the medicines that we provide, the overall service that we give, or the equipments that are being used, etc. So and as I introduced the topic, and post that I included the current scenario, taking the example of India, that the country we live in right now, what's the status of the healthcare right now in India. And I mentioned about some budget points. And as I was mentioning that, the main coordinator professor stopped me that, oh, it's okay, it's fine, now the time is over, let's start with the interview. Starting off with the interview, so everyone knows that we have to fill the DAF form. So in the DAF form, I mentioned about my 2 courses that I did from SWAM. and the professor asked me, you have done, I can see that you have done two courses from SWAM. These are brand management, and I said it's digital marketing and brand management. These are the two courses. So he said, okay, so what's actually brand management? So I explained what brand management is, what different factors are there to study or implement, like the brand perception, the identity, the image, the various framework to position a brand. So that all I explained to him, and he said, so you have done graduation in food technology, so what do you think you can add that from the degree to the hospitals? So I started speaking about how food act as a primary shield before we or patient comes to the hospital. So it should be the duty of hospitals, public or private, that awareness should be there about food, how it can prevent various kind of diseases and lessen the burden of the hospitals that are running to the fullest of its capacity. And as we can say that a lot of diseases, the chronic illnesses, is due to the malnutrition. The heart diseases, the diabetes or anemia are becoming so much common these days, and all these can be prevented through the food only. After I answered this question, and the interviewer asked me again, are you talking from the point of view of a nutritionist or a food technologist? So I mentioned, yeah, I was talking about the point from the food nutritionist, but I wanted to counter it because food technology also included some electives of nutritionist, so that could be useful as a that could be also useful in the MHA. So but food technology also has certain things that could be introduced inside the MHA or program, or in the awareness kind of thing. So but instead of arguing on that, I mentioned, I answered that yes, from the food technology point of view also I can do certain things, or I want to take certain steps post my 2 degree course in this. Various kind of things that I was talking about, like the heart related disease or the diabetes, these all are increasing these days because of the packaged foods that we are eating, and various kind of restrictions should be there. A pressure should be created on the companies, so that people are not misleaded to have that daily consumption of these kinds of foods in their diet, and that will be a major thing to prevent that kind of large nation level or world level chronic illnesses growing these days. So that I don't know if it's very much up to the mark answer or not, but I somehow managed to answer that, and no cross questioning was there after that. And he asked me, do you think public private partnership will work, or is it any kind of useful for a nation to have public private partnership? So I said, totally, it's totally good to have a public private partnership, because government doesn't have that much of bandwidth to have that much level of deep integration into the society, because government has a lot of different functions and healthcare is one of them. So having private partnership can lessen the burden on the government. So if we talk about the data, around 65% of people live in rural areas, but if we talk about the private hospitals, we have 70% of private hospitals that are in the urban areas. So we can see that how much more how much more hospitals we need in the rural areas to take care of the people living there. That is 65% of the Indian population. So so this partnership can be inside the research in the technologies that they can be helpful. Partnership will play a great role if we implement in a better way to India to have better health. So that was it. No cross question on that. The professor again asked me, what do you want to learn from the 2-year course from Tata Institute of Social Science? So I answered that question basis on my long-term goals and my 1.5 years of work experience. So I answered about the marketing management courses that I want to indulge myself into, and apart from that I mentioned about the operational work that I want to learn, because that will be helpful in my long-term goals. So I answered these, and basis on that no cross question was there, and the that professor transferred to another professor that you can ask now. And another professor asked me, uh, according to your qualifications, as we can see that you have done graduation food technology, and then 1.5 years of work ex in marketing, don't you think you are well suited for a general MBA program rather than a specific MHA program? So I answered that yes, you're right somewhat, but what I want to add is that I'm very clear and set about my goals that I want to achieve, and I want to work towards the sustainable development, and I want to work in that domain only. And keeping that in mind, I am looking for courses that will help me in achieving that goal. So in MHA program, that is the in MHA program, I find it suitable to develop my sustainable thinking and work for that. So I find it suitable for myself. And yes, if other programs are also there that can help me do that, so I will be looking forward to that programs also. So he said, what other programs have you applied? So I mentioned about my ABM program, IIM Lucknow's ABM program, that I'm also looking forward to. So he said okay. So he was okay with that, and no cross question on that again came. I did not mention other colleges and courses, so because I don't want to mess up things there. That interviewer was also done with his questions, and now the female interviewer came into the picture, and she asked me, you mentioned about the ABM course, so you got shortlisted for that? I said yes, I got shortlisted. So she said, so if you got shortlisted, final shortlist for both of the programs, what will you choose? So I thought for 1-2 seconds and said, being honest, I will choose ABM program. This is because I have seen the electives for both the programs, and I can, as I mentioned earlier also, that I am so much inclined towards the cooperatives. There are a lot of electives offered there in IIM Lucknow's ABM program, so my choice would be ABM. So the female interviewer was okay with that answer, and she said, I like your honesty. And then she moved forward to another question and asked, how can a digital marketing degree or experience can help hospitals grow? So I mentioned about something like budget allocations experience that we can transfer it to the hospitals. And apart from that, as the hospitals grow, if we talk about the corporate hospitals, they need to market themselves in what expertise they specializes in, or position themselves in at what level they account themselves. So these different points I mentioned there, and no cross question was there, and my interview was over. Maybe 1-2 question just got skipped from my minds. I don't know, I don't remember that abhi, so we'll skip that. Okay, so this was my interview experience, and it was fine, I guess. Good interview experience. Not that much of technical questions, just opinionated questions were there, and some connects between your background and the things you are going to do. Just getting to know what are you, why do you want to do this MBA course or MA course. So that's it about my interview experience. I'll see if on the 7th there will be any demand for HRM interview experience, then I'll be sharing that HRM interview experience also. So till then इसी से काम चलाना पड़ेगा. Now coming to my what different converts are there. So people who have been following me from the very first knows that for what different colleges I have applied. So I have applied in the private colleges. I have applied for IMI Delhi, Goa Institute of Management, Ford School of Management, and BITSOM. Yeah, that's it. These 4 colleges I have applied. And सो बिटसॉम का तो मुझे नहीं आया अभी तक ना, इंटरव्यू का ही मेल नहीं आया आई गेस, तो फिर क्या ही आया, मतलब उसमें तो आई गेस नहीं होगा अब. सो मैं रिजेक्टेड मान रही हूँ अपने आप को बिटसॉम से. देन टॉकिंग अबाउट दीज अदर 3 IMI, GIM and 4, so I have got shortlist from all these 3, but there's a twist. I got GIM का हेल्थ केयर वाला प्रोग्राम, So healthcare is very good of GIM. Those who are from healthcare background उनके लिए तो बहुत ही अच्छा है. तो one can consider that. पर अभी मैं सोच रही हूँ मुझे क्या करना है. Then IMI का I got shortlist for HRM और PGDM का मुझे wait list भी नहीं आया है. So that's a sad thing. पर ठीक है. और देन 4 का मुझे कोर प्रोग्राम का एंड IBM प्रोग्राम का मैंने अप्लाई किया था. सो आई गॉट शॉर्ट लिस्ट फॉर बोथ द प्रोग्राम, कोर एंड IB बोथ. सो या दीज आर द 3 थिंग्स दैट are there in my hand right now. So I'm thinking about going with a 4 as a backup or final, I don't know. So I'm thinking about it. Let's see. कल तक है, 4th of April तक है इनका deadline to give the fees. So let's see what I do. And I was waiting for DSE, Delhi School of Economics, so that अगर उसका आ जाता तो I would have taken that as a backup thing before IITs and IIMs release their admissions offer letter. So that's it for now. That's the update. My interviews are not over yet because I'm left with my 2 or 3 interviews. Let's see, अगर कुछ और update आता है I'll update you guys. Till then, अगर interviews नहीं हुए हैं then all the best. And अगर कुछ convert होता है तो please do comment. Wish me luck for my upcoming interviews. And thank you for watching till now. Bye bye.